All right, welcome. If you are watching the replay, hit the like button and give me a hashtag replay down below. The truth is out about Facebook, not a conspiracy, real letter straight from Mark Zuckerberg's mouth. We're going to go over it. But what's good? My name is DeFi Mike. You guys are new to my channel. I've been an entrepreneur for the past 11 years. I've been in crypto since 2017. I don't know where you're tuning in from, so let me know in the chat. Always love to know. And if you have questions in the markets, in business, entrepreneurship questions, feel free to drop it down below. So breaking news, okay? Breaking news yesterday, we had the CEO of Telegram. So let's start there. CEO of Telegram gets arrested in Paris, okay? Pavel Durov arrested in France, okay, and charged with like a form of terrorism, uh, a lot of different things. There's like 13 different charges against this man. Really, they're doing this because he's refusing to censor Telegram. And I don't know about you, but I believe that there's been and there is an attack right now on freedom of speech. And we'll see if this video is even on YouTube, if this video is even seen to people on YouTube. So if you're seeing this, make sure you hit that like button down below because when you speak the truth on these platforms, you get censored. On Instagram, I posted something the other day. I shared something and they immediately destroyed my views for days. I had to wait like a week to not post, and then my views started to come back and be normal. So absolutely crazy. I think it was the Prime Minister of France came out and said that this was not a political move to arrest him. So let me know your thoughts in the chat on the situation. But breaking news, Patrick Bet David just tweeted this. This is from Meta. This is from Facebook. Your boy Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, remember all those conspiracy theories that Facebook was like hiding people's posts? This is exactly what I was just talking about. Well, take a look at this. Okay, take a look at this. Chairman Jordan, this is from Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Facebook. Chairman Jordan, I appreciate the committee's interest in content moderation on online platforms. As you are aware, Meta has produced thousands of documents as a part of your investigation and made a dozen employees available for transcribed interviews. There's a lot of talk right now how the US government interacts with companies like Meta, and I want to be clear in our position. Our platforms are for everyone. We're promoting speech and helping people connect in a safe way. In 2021, senior officials from the Biden administration, including the White House, repeatedly pressured our team for months to censor certain COVID-19 content, including humor and satire, and expressed a lot of frustration with our teams and when we didn't agree. Ultimately, it was our decision whether or not to take content down, and we own our decisions, including COVID-19 related charges. I believe the government pressure was wrong. So basically, here's what happened. COVID breaks loose. People start talking about the truth. Facebook jumps in and admits to censoring the people. Now, they also admitted that they were censoring the 2020 election. And take a look on page 2, what Zuckerberg just said. Apart from content moderation, I want to address the contributions I made during the last presidential cycle. So in the chat, let me know if you remember who Mark Zuckerberg endorsed last time. This is not a political YouTube live, but here's the truth, is that there are powers at B, and now some of these powers are stepping back. The idea here was to make sure local election jurisdictions across the country had the resources, blah, blah, blah. They were designed to be nonpartisan spread, blah, blah, blah. I know that some people believe this work benefited one party over the other. My goal is to be neutral and not to play a role one way or another, or to even appear to be playing a role. So I don't plan on making a similar contribution cycle. In 2016, you could argue like Trump, for example, he won the election because of social media, the rallies and the Facebook streams and the YouTube streams and all that, right? 2020, they censor him. 2021, they censor COVID. 2024, Telegram CEO is arrested, okay, because people are using the platform just like people use money for money laundering. I love when people say, oh, they use Bitcoin for money laundering. They also use money for money laundering. It's the same thing. It's not his fault. Okay. Maybe if the government would be a little better. So this is interesting because all the people that were, and this is the last point on this, all the people that were fighting, or not fighting, but that were saying and believe in shadow ban, right? Let me know in the comments if you have ever been shadow banned on social media like I have. You're not a conspiracy theorist. You're actually correct. They've censored you and they're trying to censor us. And I'm going to be honest, this election is so important. So according to Polymarket, so let's talk about the markets here. According to Polymarket, okay, this is a place people bet on. I have zero endorsement with them. Right now, you can see the percentage. And I believe if people think the election is going to go a certain way, it will lead to rallies or crashes before this market. So hopefully we don't fall. Now, on Friday, we had breaking news from Mr. Jerome Powell saying it's time to cut rates. And if you've never watched one of my videos on my channel, be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button as we break down all the different markets, business tips, entrepreneurship stuff on this channel. So remember, when interest rates rise in a country, that currency goes up. When rates drop, that currency drops. So when rates go up, right, people put that money in that currency, so money flows in. So when rates are going up with the dollar, like we saw in 2022 to 2023, or even recently, the dollar went higher. Now that they're talking about cutting rates, something that takes place is the market will price in sometimes, not always, the move. So people what we call front running. So if the narrative or the belief is that the market is going to, or that they're going to cut rates, like Jerome Powell said in September, then the belief can start to drive price now. So when he said that on Friday, for example, you take a look at the move that we saw on Friday, we had Bitcoin literally go from 60,000 all the way to 65,000. And I'm personally wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like that and for Bitcoin to make its way back into the high 50s. Okay. Let me know in the chat also if you're watching this live, how long you've been in crypto, whether you've been in crypto for a couple days, weeks, months. What's up, Johnny Vasquez in the building? I see you in the chat, my man. Good to see you. So right now we're at an interesting point. I had a short position. I think I still have it open. Yeah, I still have it open. Matt break even on AVAX, looking for the market to slowly drop to the downside. When you look at overall sentiment, the Fed can't cut rates if inflation is going higher. Inflation goes higher, Fed has to keep inflation down, which we can all probably agree that inflation is still an issue. I don't know where you live, but I live in Miami, South Florida, right? One of the places that I'm usually at. And people are literally taking out loans, maxing out credit cards to just keep up with their lifestyle. You look at the US credit card debt, it's at an all-time high. And we live in a world, okay? We live in a world where people would rather, you know what's crazy? People would rather fake, you guys can see here, total debt balance. This is household debt. Look at this. Household debt right now is at $18 trillion. This is not credit card debt. This is household debt. People are, this wasn't even that bad in Q 2014, 3 trillion. Oh, excuse me. The bottom, the red is non-housing and the blue is housing, okay? So just ridiculous amount of money people are using to just survive, right? They're borrowing, right? When you get a credit card, you borrow from a creditor. If if you don't pay that money back, that it affects your credit score. And entrepreneurs, especially, tend to have bad credit scores. You know why? Because they don't know how to balance themselves. They don't have a budget. They don't know how to invest. They focus most times they only have one stream of income. And I think it's a dangerous place to be. Lamario says 3 years, incredible, good. So Lamario, you've experienced some highs and lows in the market. Johnny says I've been in crypto for 8 years. That's well, dude, you've been in longer for me. Good job. So this is an issue, right? Household debt ticks up to 17.8 trillion in second quarter. We have seen mortgage rates come down a couple weeks ago for the first time in a couple of years. And as long as inflation, okay, as long as inflation can tick down, we should be good. Now, this week, there's not a lot of news. I'll go live next week at some point and give my predictions on unemployment. But I'm leaning toward another rise in unemployment, whether it maybe stay the same or another rise. And when unemployment in a country is going higher, this is important. When unemployment is going up in a country, that affects that currency's value. So, for example, dollar, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like that take place going into unemployment next week. When you look at US unemployment, just let's look at this chart here for now. We can see here pre-pandemic, we were around 3.6, and usually unemployment is around 3 to 4%. But right now we're starting to tick back higher. So I think it will be an issue, to be honest, in this next run. I think even if Trump gets in, I think unemployment will go higher. And even if Trump wins, there could be a possibility that we rally into that. And then when he's in office, they try to crash the market. And then they try to blame him for that. Just remember, these politicians are crooked people, guys. And their number one goal is to just fill their own pockets. Not all politicians, but the politicians that are still in office. I mean, I think we could all agree, I think some younger people need to get in there. But remember, all of that is selected, and it's not even worth losing sleep over, right? It's not worth losing sleep over. Absolutely caught holding the bag life cycle. Yeah, so you need to sell into this euphoric move. What's going to give us that euphoric move? Unemployment going up, interest rates coming down, the value of the dollar decreasing. We do have, like, I'm not one of those crypto people that hates gold. I actually like gold. Not, to be honest, I'm not really sitting on too much gold, but I had a trade in there that hit, but let's just remove everything here. You have gold at an all-time high. So, like, you look at just noticing this right now. Like, you could argue, like, Bitcoin is kind of like somewhere like, Bitcoin could kind of be like something like in here, where it breaks, goes back to the all-time high, pulls back, and then goes crazy. So we could see something similar on BTC. Now, one thing that is really important, and if you guys have questions, I'll answer them in the chat. Make sure you guys smash that like button. It costs you nothing. That's the only thing I ask. Hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. But the Bitcoin dominance, this is really where I believe we are going to see the market flip. And if you're on here and you guys don't know, literally today, I completely forgot. Today, I actually released a 3-day course. It's completely for free. I'm going to put the link in the chat on happybullrun.com. And it's called Prepare for Market Euphoria. It's a complete free course. I talk about the 6 different income streams in crypto. I give my exact strategies on day 2. And then I give you a 4-year game plan and price prediction. So it costs you nothing. You can go to happybullrun.com. This actually went live to my wait list, but you're on YouTube, so you're welcome. Happybullrun.com. It's in the chat there. And I actually talk about what I think is going to happen when this thing goes down. This is actually from the course. Gold all-time high means other assets should rally. They should, But gold all-time high, and we'll probably see gold at 3 trillion, or not 3 trillion, 3,000 in this current run, because the dollar looks like, gold and the dollar are inverse pretty much. So like, let's just clear this. There's so much liquidity here on DXY, like there's no reason why this can't come down into at least this level and fill here. My personal prediction is we'll come down here, especially if Trump wins. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care who you like or not. But if Trump wins, Republicans, and I have a video on my channel, go watch. When Republican presidents come in, this is important for y'all to know. Republican presidents, you guys get it. DXY down. Democrat presidents, DXY up. Now, that does not mean that the stock market can't go up. We have a Democratic president right now, and the stock market is at an all-time high. So it doesn't mean that it's going to crash, but it's important for you to know those things. So if this thing gets down here before November 5th, then damn, I might be a little bit worried for a little Mr. Trump there. But regardless, I think this is going to come down. I wouldn't be shocked if we saw 97, 98 on the DXY before the year even ended. That is my prediction, that we do see 97, 98 on DXY this year. But back to this. When people think altcoins are not going to make a big move, or there's a lot of fear, money flows into Bitcoin dominance. And if you look right here, January of 2021, when the dominance sold off here, I have like allergies right now. And when the dominance sold off into this level, that's when altcoins had the biggest run. So can we get back up there? Bitcoin gets back in the 60 or high 60s. Altcoins can rise a little bit as well, and then that dominance just shifts, and it's like a parked car. The second you put that thing in first gear or second gear or third gear, it's just gonna rip. You go from no gear, first gear to third or fourth gear, you're just gonna rip, and we could see that heavily take place. 60% would really be my first level. And this might be a nice level to be moving a little bit of Bitcoin into some altcoins if we can get especially this high, 64, 65. Doesn't mean price will fall. But the dominance level, like you look at ETH dominance right now, like you can tell just by looking at ETH dominance, money wants to go into Bitcoin right now. So ETH dominance will probably come down here and then make a big move. Solana dominance is going to create an all-time high very soon. It already did previously. And this is really good news because Solana's price has not even hit, not even close to, or not even, it is close to the all-time high, but it's been like 2 years. So very good. And take a look at this. Companies like PayPal. Okay, this is how like all my students and people that I work with in my inner circle, we caught PayPal literally in February. We've been breaking down PayPal. I've even explained it on YouTube. So if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're doing, but we've been breaking this down based right here. I'm gonna turn my camera off here for a little bit. But we've been breaking this thing down since, go to the daily, I'll show you exactly, February. PayPal's been on our watch list since like February, March. We had nice pullbacks right here into this level. Whoops. We had a fib from this low to this high. And we sniped this thing, 57, 58. If you know, you know. Don't sleep. On this channel, I've walked everybody through the Peloton setup. Hopefully you were able to catch this. I even went on YouTube live last week, and I literally explained that the earnings was happening. The earnings came out on what? The earnings came out on Thursday. Last Wednesday, we did a YouTube stream right here, right before the market opened the next day. And you can see, just if you would have paid attention, just paying attention pays sometimes. You know, literally free game on the free YouTube. You know, I don't know what else people want. Okay. And I talk about how I found that entry in this course. So if you haven't gone and gotten this, it's literally in the chat. I'm trying to pin it. It's not letting me. Let me try this. Okay, there we go. Pin. Okay, 3 days. Tons of value. I should have charged for it, but somebody went through it today and they messaged me why I didn't charge for it, and I don't know, but just feeling nice. And I don't want people to say, my camera. I don't want people to say that I didn't try to help them in this run. Okay. I've been in this for a long time, made a lot of money. My income does nothing for you, that my portfolio does nothing for you. The people that have to like leverage, oh, I made this amount. Like that's cool, but then you're just kind of misleading people. Like help people get results. Okay. And if you want to get results in this game, make sure you're following me and subscribe. Okay. Riot is looking spicy. Yeah, Riot is one of my top crypto mining picks. There are cryptos. Okay. Go to my channel. Okay. Go to my channel and go to this video after this ends and go watch this video. I gave 5. Yeah. Where's it at? One underrated. I gave 3. One underrated stock market category, 3 stocks to watch. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Go watch this, and I give literally my exact setups on these Bitcoin mining companies. And if you watch that video, this thing hit 727. Okay, and it's literally around our zone on Riot. These are companies that I think eventually Bitcoin mining companies will get into AI. They will use the AI cryptos to mine Bitcoin faster and better. They will use AI to sell and to buy crypto. And a lot of these mining companies are no longer selling. Let me explain to you why this is important. So now on their balance sheets, which publicly traded companies have to report and show us exactly what they're holding if these mining companies stop selling their Bitcoin. What's going to happen to their balance sheets? What's going to show up on AUM, assets under management? Or it's not really that term, assets under management, because they're not managing the money for you. So let me just, what's going to happen in total assets? What's it going to show up as? More assets, which is attractive for more what? Investors. Okay. And the second that they start mining more cryptos like Caspa, like other layer 1 proof of work blockchains, which they don't have to report that part, I believe, because right now they're mainly doing Bitcoin anyways. But like Mara came out and reported they're mining Caspa. Well, what do you think is going to happen to the price of Caspa, in a couple of years? I look at Caspa here, and we had this huge sell-off, obviously. Little correction. Would love to see 15 cents again. Don't know if we'll get it right now. But if you were on my YouTube or following me for quite some time, I had been explaining to my students, wait for this to break. And if you bought here, like, congratulations. That was the easiest buy of Caspa in probably quite some time. But still, there still could be some downside here. Like, we could still do this. So keep an eye out on Caspa. Keep an eye out on the proof of work blockchains. But you look at major companies. So let me go back to this. You look at major companies like PayPal. PayPal gets into crypto. What I love about crypto and DeFi specifically is the stats don't lie. Like, it's a scoreboard that everybody can see. Okay, this isn't a bank, or you don't know what the bank's doing. You can come in here and you can go to stables and you can go to overview and you can see the exact amount of money minted or sitting in stablecoins. Okay, right now stablecoins are at a 2-year high and crypto hasn't crashed. You know what I'm saying? when this high happened, crypto was in a downtrend. Crypto was trading down. People were getting out of their Bitcoin, out of their Ethereum, out of fear, going into stablecoin. Now the market's going slowly going up, and stablecoin market cap will probably hit 200 to 300 billion on this next run, and money is being minted, money's being created. Okay, take a look at this. PayPal USD just hit $1 billion in a few months. Okay, $1 billion in a few months, and they're only on 2 blockchains, Solana and ETH. You have DAI that's on 40 plus blockchains, USDC and USDT on 70 plus blockchains. I think PayPal stablecoin will be one of the biggest there. And if you just go to, like, let's just go to their website here. Can we get to their website from here? You go to PayPal stablecoin, okay? It might make me sign in, so let me see if I can avoid that. But here you go. 1 USD is equivalent to 1 PYUSD. So let's say you have 100,000 in your PayPal. You could convert that to PYUSD, and you could immediately be in crypto. Okay, and I don't know how taxes work in your country, but a taxable event is when you get out of crypto. So you can see here, PayPal USD is designed to maintain a stable $1 USD. It's backed by dollar deposits, US treasuries, etc. Buy, sell, and hold and transfer PayPal USD in our app and on our site. Send it to friends on the ETH and Solana network. Do you think PayPal would not have chosen Solana? And majority of this is on Solana. You all see this. What is it? 65% of the stablecoin money on PayPal is on Solana. Why? When Apple right now, guys, is releasing basically the technology for the tap to pay. And soon, I think next 6 months, you have either maybe built into iPhone, something like that, or like an app that's built into the wallet, and you can just put your USDC, tap to pay, tap to pay, tap to pay. It's going to be on Solana's network, not Ethereum's network. Yeah, I'll take a look at Uni right now. I'm nervous to dabble with other stables after the Terra Luna event. Well, you have every right to be, and you should be skeptical in this space. Too many people are not skeptical, Lamario, and they get wrecked. They get destroyed. So be skeptical, but the reason that Terra Luna stablecoin failed is because they had a protocol. It might still be around, Anchor protocol, that was giving a 20% yield. Yeah, this is it. So is it still offering that? Isn't this funny? This is one of the reasons why they crashed. There's like $100 in here probably. This thing's got to be dead. Somehow, yeah, this website got shut down. So Anchor was offering 20%. And then there wasn't a lock period of time. There wasn't a cooldown period, so you can basically manipulate price. And you had Terra stablecoin, and then you had Anchor, which all of it was like a giant pyramid. And then they just got manipulated through Anchor, actually, when you really look at it. So Solana is different. PayPal is different. There's nowhere where you can earn that type of income, that type of interest. And when money goes into a DeFi project or DeFi protocol, like the APY is supposed to go down. Like if you go to yields right here, like yields need to go down when more money's coming in. So Terra, that thing was set at 20%. It was a red flag to begin with. I actually called out a trade on Terra at $40, and we got out at 80, and then it went to like one something, and then it crashed. So another reason why you take profits on the way up. Okay. Any other questions in the chat? We've talked about unemployment rate going up. We've talked about what's going on with the Telegram CEO arrested in France, like charged with 16 different things. It's really because he doesn't want to censor Telegram, in my opinion. Like they're trying to get him on all types of charges of all different types of things that are happening on Telegram and blaming him. And we'll see. We'll see. The somebody came out in France and said that it's not because of that, but I forgot who. It was ridiculous, like the Olympus DAO. Yeah, all of those protocols, DeFi 2.0, where they're offering 1,000% yield, it's not sustainable. None of that was sustainable. And I never promoted it and I never talked about it and I never was a fan of any of that stuff. For those types of reasons. Okay, I want to actually try to show one more thing here. Crypto. Any other questions you guys have in the chat? Feel free. I was looking for this other website, but I can't find it right now. So all good. So unemployment pay going higher. We have unemployment not this week, but next week. This could be an issue. You look at where the dollar is right now. You know, I think we're going to continue to go down, even if we were to pull back. Cal protocol sounds like a scam. I think we can come in here and then maybe continue to the downside. Yeah, Cal protocol, anything that's offering guys more than 10%, you know, I know on some places, let's just go here, stakingrewards.com. I know on some places you can earn, like on Cosmos, on Exodus wallet, but you need a lot of demand for those projects to really grow. Like ETH right now averages 3, Solana right now averages 7, so that's actually very high. But I think it could be sustainable. AVAX is 7, Telestia is at 10. Let's go down here. And you guys can come to this website, Staking Rewards. I actually go over this in my course. I actually go over all the different places that you could yield farm and go to happybullrun.com and claim this while it's free. I actually give all the different top yield farming platforms. All that stuff is in here. ZK Sync is an interesting one. People don't really ask me about ZK Sync. My dog is going crazy, man. Anybody have a dog? What kind of dog you guys have? My dog is 17 years old and he's barking right now. I don't know why. He needs to go to sleep. Um, Wait, ZK Sync? Am I tripping? This one, right? I haven't seen this in a long time. This is his own layer one. Can you look at render? Yeah, I'll take a look at render and then we'll wrap up here. I have another call here. ZK Sync is interesting. They were working with somebody back in the day. Shih Tzu, nice. Secured by math. That is the best marketing one-liner I have ever seen in crypto. ZK Sync is an ever-expanding verifiable blockchain network secured by math. That is great. I might buy some just to buy some. I don't have any in my portfolio, to be honest. Yeah, let's take a look at Uni and Render. Let's follow them. I haven't looked at ZK Sync in a minute. Let's just take a look at the chart. Yeah, let's take a look at Uni and secured by math. That is the best marketing I've seen all in probably the whole year in crypto. I don't like to see this. Well, actually, hold on. Hold on, I lied. What? This thing came out in 2000. Why do I feel like this project is so much older than this? Did they do another token? Did they like reallocate tokens or something? This doesn't make sense. ZK Sync is a lot older than June of this year. Yeah, I'm confused, guys, and I'm really tired. Haven't eaten today, and I need to go to sleep soon. Render. Okay, render. Let's take a look at render. Let's just actually just do it. We'll do it here. And let's take a look at Uniswap. Okay, if you have any cats, if you have some cats and you're on here, I don't know how you live with yourself. I am so allergic to cats. It's not even funny. I was telling that to somebody the other day. You know, whenever I go to like people's houses or if I'm going to do like a meeting or an event and it's going to be like at somebody's house, like first question, do you have any cats? If you have a cat, I can't. We got to go to Starbucks or something. Can't do it. Anybody else allergic to cats? All right. Back to render. Render looks good. Bro, wick into 320. Oh wow, I missed this. I don't know why I did not have an alert set up here. We render might have bottomed unless the whole thing pulls back. Render gave us a very nice level here. Break a structure. Wow. Yeah, missed this. Render looks really good right now. Why is my dog barking so much? Here's the thing with render. Render came back to reset this level right here from Christmas of last year. And that's what that wick did. That wick went under liquidity for a lot of different markets. So, man, if render can pull back to like 5, I would probably just start scaling in. But render has a lot of promise. AI is going to be big. I'm seeing a lot of these stock mining companies, crypto mining companies and stocks. Lack of food today. I've just been drinking water and electrolytes. I had a banana actually, but no food, only one banana. These guys are going to start to integrate projects like Render into their mining process. I have a very strong feeling. Cool. Any other questions? We talked about Render. Oh, Uniswap. Sorry. Whoever asked for Uniswap is going to kill me and unsubscribe. Yeah, this has been playing out. I drew this. I guess I drew this on the 23rd or the 21st. Really wanted to see something like that. That's call me a magician. We swept these lows. Let's delete everything now. Just for today, I did eat a banana, so I don't know if it's considered fasting still. Probably messed up with that, but yeah, I'm not eating like real food until tomorrow. I like the market coming back into this. Like this is an interesting one because on a lot of other cryptos, like that wick on August 5th, there was a huge volume bar that was higher than the rest of the market. But that wasn't the case really for Uniswap on the daily time frame. So I would like Uni closer to like down here probably. And I would like to see it sweep this level. I'm not really convinced that alts are going to make a big run here. So I'm shorting right now Avalanche. We caught this earlier today. And maybe it does something like this. Caught the short up here at 26.75. So we shall see. All right, guys, in closing this, I hope you all have a good day. Go to happybullrun.com, grab this while I'm still feeling generous. 3 days. You can watch one day at a time. You can watch all 3. It's 15-minute videos, 100% for free for now before I change my mind. Day 2, I give like my exact strategies like on the charts. It's pretty cool. So take a look at it. Happybullrun.com. And we want to make sure that we're selling in Euphoria. So that's that. Guys, that being said, hit the like button down below. I'll see you on the next video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you get any value from this, feel free to share it with a friend. Doing these literally for free on YouTube. Just hopefully building some confidence. We are going to be getting that book club that I did talk about set up here soon. On the book, Outwitting the Devil, my team is putting together something, and I'm looking at my schedule for when we can do it. It'll be 4 or 5 days, spending 30 minutes a day together, reading that. Some of you guys DM me about that this morning. So, all right, see y'all. When I see y'all, have a great night. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.